Even in some places, you vote on how much of the local council budget can go to
Yes, you do.
stuff like
policing.
mental health awareness, policing and stuff like that. So these are things that you can actually, you see, like the way now Henrico doesn't have a mobile response unit. This is something that can be discussed in the next election, can be brought into the local election, and it can be voted in, and you will find that it can also be voted in that police should not go there by themselves. So these are things that people need to get involved with. Local politics in America is your most important politics.
Everything. And where are we going from here? Like as Kenyans and as Africans on this particular issue.
So as Kenyans and as Africans, I cannot say it enough, and I'm going to say it again. In fact, one of the things that really which pained me so much is when I saw, I think even part of Avo's hair, the dreads was on the ground. They used so much force that I didn't even think part of his hair, came out on the ground. Why was that necessary? So, like we've all said here, and I like what Leon said. I like the way you get the in-depth handling, even the way the mother used to handle Avo, because she knew, what he was dealing with. And even Joanne, that's good that you say that about, the handling of the mental illness. And thank you so much for giving us that description. Now, as Africans, even people with special needs, we hide them. In fact, sometimes it's so bad they even change the bed and they end up dying prematurely. As Africans, we think, when I was in, that one is crazy, leave him alone. They don't give, it's like if you have a mental illness, it's like you don't matter, your life doesn't matter, it doesn't count. So I think, as even Pastor Daniel has said, we need to have those discussions, we need to have those narratives, and I think we also need to address it as Africans, as Pan-Africans, in the church, like I've said, just do whatever we need to do. And I like that the fact that they say that there's a 988 number from what Joanne says. But now we take it even further and have that for in memory of Avo. Avo was a brilliant man. I didn't know him as an adult, but from what they're saying about him, life cut short unnecessarily. So we need to have those discussions. And I think it's also important to know when somebody's having a distressed moment, what do you do? What do you not do? And what not to do is to call the police. And I guess the neighbor's boyfriend is the one who, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say something derogatory to him. But he should never have done that. And help wherever he is, God have mercy on his soul. Yes. God have mercy on the souls of those 10 people who pinned him down, and then those other 10 looking. And then when he's there, they come here and they're starting to wave on his face. For what? You already killed him. Why are you waving on his face and he's dead? Hello? So we need to have those discussions. We also need to have those discussions of police. I think police also need to be retrained. It's scary, Ali. Ali, you said something earlier. You said you believe that police, are they trained to kneel on people's neck? One day when I used to live in Dallas, Texas, which was maybe 14 years ago, I was coming from work, and then I put on the radio, one Hispanic police and one African-American police and a white police came, and they said that they actually given a quota, QUOTA, of how many black people, how many Hispanics to arrest. And I believe that it's true. I believe, and God forgive me if I'm not wrong, but I believe in the police, American police, and if it's not true, then too bad, do what you want to do. But I believe the police in America, I believe maybe they even take an oath to kill lives. Because and black lives at that, why do you explain that it's always the black people? Look at Lakeith Smith. Lakeith Smith was a 15-year-old. You were saying earlier, if you have a 15-year-old, it goes back to even 15. Mm-hmm. The 15-year-old did not commit a crime. The white boy whose girlfriend died got 3 years. He got what, 65 years? Are you kidding me? So they need to have those systems, even the discussions with the judicial system in America. And look at all the history, as Leon was saying, of go back in time, the history of all those wrongful deaths, mental illness, wrongful deaths of black people, white people, black people, Africans, immigrants, because it seems like when you're an immigrant in this country, you don't have a voice. The moment you have an accent, you have a different name, it's like you don't matter. We are paying taxes here, we work hard, so come on, our voice should count. But you again, as Africans, I'm telling you, people, it's time to speak up. Don't be scared of speaking out. As long as you're saying the truth, you're doing the right thing, please rise up. Let's not be quiet. This is touched home. So we gotta do something. Even if I didn't know Carol, I'd be here doing this, but I know her, so it really has touched home to me. So let's do this. Come on, it's our own. It's an African, and we have to just get up and do something with the embassy leading, the American embassy, and Joe Biden and whoever. Ben Crump, thank you so much, Ben Crump, for what he's doing. He loves people. So we gotta do this. We have to do this.
You said
have those discussions.
You said it's called Ben Otieno.
Onyango.
Onyango.
Sorry,
Onyango.
Ben
Onyango.
Onyango.
No, I want to say this, and I think we have
Onyango.
We have we have said this
Yeah.
Uncle
time,
Onyango.
time and repeatedly. It is okay to participate in mandamano politics, Kenya Kwanza, and stuff. That's fine.
Know your MCA
But you know your MCA in
Nyakemincha.
Mufangamano,
Ufungamano.
That one.
Where there is Wi-Fi.
That one, where
Yeah.
there's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Which Ali believes there should not be Wi-Fi.
No, I did not say that.
Or
Don't put words in
you're
my
from
mouth.
Kanyuambora, whatever. But even locally, you don't even know your representative. All you're saying is that politics is local.
Yes. Absolutely.
Politics is local. And for here, it does not hurt for you to participate here. Just in as much as probably you put 2,000% effort in Mandamano and Kula tear gas and whatever, put 999%.
Yeah.
Over here.
In some jurisdictions, you vote for
Yes.
your local sheriff.
Yes.
It's a position where you vote.
Yes.
You know,
you're
but-
voting. If you
yeah.
can be able to vote, if you have, just participate. Just no, because
Be conscious. Be aware.
because
you know, even in some places, you vote on how much of the local council budget can go to.
Yes, you do.
To
Stuff
policing.
like mental health awareness, policing and stuff like that. So these are things that you can actually, you see, like the way now Henrico doesn't have a mobile response unit. This is something that can be discussed in the next election, can be brought into the local election, and it can be voted in, and you will find that it can also be voted in that police should not go there by themselves. So these are things that people need to get involved with. Local politics in America is your most important politics.
Everything.
I mean,
Because
you
at
pay
the end, at
taxes
the end
here.
of the day, the federal government doesn't give a about you.
like somebody here, I think somebody said over here that like certain counties and states or whatever, they don't have the career,
Yeah.
they don't have the funding or whatever. Part of participating in local politics is to address such issues. And like, Evangelist Judy said, at some point, there has to be that call and action, because not everyone lives in Dallas, not everyone lives in Houston, not everyone lives in Maryland, not everyone lives in Richmond, but wherever you live,
Yes.
you can do something. And by the way, somebody said it. I can't remember who. Oh, Evangelist Judy said, today it's Arvo.
Yeah.
Tomorrow could be your brother,
Yeah. It could be you.
could be you,
Yeah.
could be your husband, could be your wife, could be your child, whatever. But just karido, kamaido.
And when we talk about local politics, there was a hack that I was taught by a friend of mine, which is quite interesting. They said, like in these local council meetings, in most parts of America, they're usually public.
Yes,
You
they
can
are.
just go, walk in, and sit and listen to what they're doing, ask questions.
You can testify.
You can testify, bring up issues. So on whatever you normally see on TV, whenever there's a big issue and so many people go, that's when there's an issue. But he told me, go there on random days. If you show up there 2, 3, or 4 times, the first set of people that's going to notice you is journalists, because those are the people who go there because they're reporting
Yes.
on what was happening there. Now, once journalists see you 2 or 3 times, they'll want to talk to you. They'll want your opinion. Guess where your opinion is going to end up? It's
the
going to end
papers.
up in the papers,
Yeah.
on the media. Guess what happens when your opinion ends up in the papers, on the media? Those councilmen and women are looking for you. They're looking for you because they want to hear from you, because they know that the media knows you. So whatever you tell them, they will do it. So for everybody here, I challenge you.
that hack.
Go to vote411.org. Vote411.org. Type in your address. It's gonna give you a list of all your local officials. You know, it starts all the way high up from the president down to dog catcher. If your jurisdiction has a dog catcher, they even have people who.
Omosho is just chilling.
Yeah.
Can you let Omosho just chill?
I'm just saying there's jurisdictions that have people who are registrars of wills.
Sorry,
You know, something that seems so mundane, but can have a very big impact. Your school board.
Yes.
You know, school boards are being taken over by psychos. You know, and all kinds of
don't use
crazy
the
things.
word